a season of change. New classifications in the state of Florida. And new players ready to make their mark.
For the Pirates, number 2, Ivan Johnson.
But one thing never changes.
Come on, don't throw it back here.
Rivalries settled under the lights.
50 boys.
Bragging rights are on the line.
You got to come around the edge. You're looking for the first thing that shows.
On the Friday Night Blitz.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
All 5 of you, 7 of you in the box have to see it and hear it. So we're going to line up. They don't get past this point. We got punch in the beat. We're going to go after them right now.
The regular season is underway in Northeast Florida, and what a way to get it started on the Jaguars Prep Friday Night Blitz. Welcome into the show. Stuart Weber here for a full 30 minutes of the best high school football coverage from all over town. Our videographers logging some mileage to bring you the highlights from all over. Also some waterlogged shoes after tonight's festivities. I'm so excited for the game of the week schedule that we have crafted this season. Starting with a big one right off the top, so let's go to McClenny.
The game of the week, sponsored by Whataburger.
Like this one needed any more juice. Former Wildcats head coach, now on the other sideline, Jamie Rogers leading the Tornadoes of Bradford. Bradford on the board first, Dejon Shanks, QB keeper 7-0. Bradford then running in the rain. The ball pops out. We got a scramble and a Wildcat fumble recovery. So Baker on the hunt. Cameron Smith gets it, shucks around, shakes a tackle, gets pushed out after a big gainer. Bradford's defense, though, would hold strong and stop them. Still in the first quarter, Tornadoes, another short touchdown. Manny Covey doing the honors this time, and it's 14-0. Baker County struggling. This time it's the Wildcats that fumble the ball. Does a little bouncing around. A tornado finally lands on it, and the visitors take over. Give it to Dejon Shanks once again, getting through 2 defenders. Another short touchdown run, 21-0 Bradford in the second quarter. However, that's when officials postponed the game for lightning in the area. You see it there. Shout out to Ryan Kendall for standing outside with the camera and getting us lightning video so I can tell you this. We'll see when they're able to finish this one. They're going to do it down the road. They will not finish it tonight. So we take a look at our game of the week schedule. And next week, hopefully the weather holds up because we've got a nice one up in Folkestone, Georgia. The Fightin' Marcel Robinsons of Charlton County playing host to West Nassau, a little Florida-Georgia clash. Unfortunately, tonight's rivalry game unable to get finished between Bradford and Baker County. As mentioned, they will resume that later in the season. So the past few months have been chock full of local prospects making their commitments for the next level. Here are 2 of the biggest right here, by the way. Pup Howard from Jackson, he's headed to South Carolina. And then Nice quarterback Marcus Stokes, he's going to the Gators. Tonight, we could see those 2 meet in the backfield. Panthers fresh off their terrific playoff run from 1 year ago. Jackson was back to punt in this one, and oh boy, we saw this a lot all over the area. I mean, rain, moisture, and that one goes over his head. Cole Lefevre able to take advantage, takes him down. It's a turnover on downs. Turns into points for the Gators commit. Here comes Stokes. He keeps it, battling through some tackles. Number 2 into pay dirt for 6. Then, how about a little defense from Nice? It's Matthew Edwards playing in that backfield for the home team Nice Panthers. Jackson looking long. Matthew says, nope, knocks it away. Saves a touchdown there if you ask me, but this game was all about the Tigers. They take that nightmare on Main Street mentality on the road. King Johnson to Terrence Holland, and he goes in for a touchdown. What about this final for you? Jackson 30, Nice 10. Coach Foy and company with a big win on the road tonight. All right, let's stay in St. Johns County. Another clash. Ponte Vedra traveling to Bartram Trail in the third quarter. Bears were up 13-0. Bartram Trail driving down the field looking for more, but this ball picked off, intercepted by Maddox Babin. He's going to take it all the way back the other way past midfield. Ponte Vedra now back with the ball. It's Ben Burke. That's a lot of B's in a short amount of time. Quarterback keeper here trying to go around the right side. Scrambling, and oh boy, takes a hard hit. That thing gets knocked out, and the Bears fall on it. Bartram Trail takes over and takes over the win. This is a turnover battle back and forth, but it's Bartram Trail that goes on for the victory, 13-7 at home. All right, year 2 for the Toros of Tokoi Creek. Our fans of the week looking to build a little bit of tradition down there at their home field. Horns up for Tokoi Creek. Surprisingly, Tokoi, the more experienced team in their opener, hosting debutantes, the Beachside Barracudas. Kai's Ragland made quite the impression last year as a young player. Well, picking right back up again this year. He'll take it into the end zone. Then little dump-off pass to Ragland underneath, and watch him go. Evading Barracuda tacklers. And he's going to go the distance for another 6 for the Toros. You think Tokoi Creek made sure not to wear anything shiny? You know that aggravates Barracudas. I don't know if you're aware of that, but don't wear anything shiny around Barracudas. They will spite at it. They'll snap at it. Tokoi Creek winning the new rivalry. The inaugural Surf and Turf Bowl goes to the Toros 36-19. I already love that name. It's not quite the Brain Bowl, but I love the Surf and Turf Bowl. Okay, Clay County clashed in Green Cove Springs, Fleming Island, and the Blue Devils of Clay. Here we go. Golden Eagles about to punt the ball on 4th down. Over the head it goes. I told you this happened a lot. Stops on the 1-yard line, so Blue Devils with a great start on their next possession. But here's the thing. Fleming defense held them. Blue Devils went for a field goal. It's blocked. That's a goal line stand. How about that? You give up 1st and goal at the 1, and you hold them out of the end zone. Good defense. Still in the first, Golden Eagles up 7-0. Sebastian Broughton handing it off to Sam Singleton, the Florida State commit. Shows why he's going to go play in Tallahassee. Takes it all the way. Visitors up 14-0, and it's Fleming Island who wins, and wins big on the road. 49-7 the final score. Up the road in Orange Park, your debut for Marcus Wimberly as the Raiders head coach, taking on Oakleaf. Oakleaf would lead it 25-8 midway through the second quarter. Knights running back Devin Outlaw takes the handoff, flips in for the score, 32-8. Then Knights QB Drew Ammon, he's going to roll to the right, can't find anybody downfield, scrambles back to the left, and you know what? I'm going to do it myself. Takes it into the end zone and almost, yeah, he gets into the end zone. Look out, cameraman Nick. Finally pushed out, made it 39-8 Oakleaf. Final score 45-8. The Knights get another touchdown here and the win. Some new coaches on both sides of this one tonight, West Side and Riverside, with Randy Randall and Antoine Nicholas respectively. And what a start for the Wolverines. Riverside forced to pass on 3rd and long. Antoine McCray just waiting back there. He'll pick it off, and back the other way he goes. It's a pick 6 for Westside. I didn't step out into the field because there was a puddle there, and I didn't want to get my shoes wet. Sorry. Then another 3rd down passing situation. This one tipped in the air. Carlton Cogdell there to haul it in. Another interception for the Wolverines. So that's 2 picks for Westside, but how about 2 guys picking the same ball for Riverside? Somebody's got to get it. Omar Haynes and Ethan Tooks both with a piece of it. Haynes comes down with it. Interception leads to some offense. Hand it off. Antonio Laws down by the goal line, laying down the law. Keeps those legs a-moving. Tonight, a tight one. Riverside beats Westside 12-6. How about one more side? We had Riverside, Westside, Creekside with a big win 49-7. Sean McIntyre, the head coach, joining ESPN 690 to talk about it.
Early in the season, we're trying to grow and develop and find our identity and move forward as a program and as a team this year. And our kids did that. We had some things against Fletcher last week that we needed to clean up on special teams, staying on top of some routes on defense, on offense, just executing consistently. And our kids responded really, really well to that this week, and we're very coachable.
ESPN 690, of course, every weekday 3 to 6, but on Friday nights, it's all about the Blitz Scoreboard Show. At 9 p.m., the coverage kicks off. Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz, and the Hall of Famer, head coach Kevin Sullivan, bring you the Blitz Scoreboard Show. And that's the one you want to watch, not just listen, because they give you live look-ins from our Game of the Week, as well as other big games all across the area. Of course, tonight our Game of the Week was done at that point, so they couldn't quite show it to you. But ESPN 690, your place on a Friday night until it gets to be 10:30. And you join us right here. Still to come, we're going to head north of the border where the Jacksonville Jaguars are preparing for a preseason finale. The hometown high school roots for the top overall pick, Trayvon Walker. That story is coming up next. And let's see what we got here. We got some guys in some hula skirts lining up to kick some field goals. Jags, sign them up. We've had as many field goals as these guys have on the field this year. I mean, they could do it. Why not? All right, we gotta stay and see if this guy makes it. So we got a 15-yard line. This is a 25-yard kick. I'm invested. I want to see if it goes through. Oh, well, no, he might have got under that a little bit. All right, good job, guys. Way to have fun out there.
We're on a Baker County Wildcats, and you're watching the Friday Night Blitz. Ah!
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
3, 2, 1.
We finna do this loud, all right?
Y'all sound dead, bro. Y'all sound so dead.
Y'all can't say it like robots.
Say it with your chest.
We are the top. Friday Night Blitz. Oh my God.
Like, what are y'all?
Bro, he ain't even say nothing, dude. We're all the
Guys, Christian Academy Eagles.
No, we are the TDH Christian Academy.
Yeah. It was an amazing play and terrible execution. Come on. Nah, cut. Hey, restart.
Line.
You see this?
Friday Night Blitz.
Okay, yeah.
We got it. All right, we're good.
We gotta do it over.
Everybody got to hit the.
You are watching the.
Can you stop being awkward?
I'm not being awkward.
Like, oh, all right, redo it.
Sometimes when there's a weather delay, you just got to find a way to pass the time. That's what they were doing at Baker County tonight. Our game of the week, unfortunately, postponed as they were down 21-0, or the Wildcats, in the second quarter. Didn't get to halftime, so the game's not official. They're actually going to pick this game back up in week 7 of the season. So that's October 7th. They're going to pick it back up, the rivals from Bradford and Baker County. So we'll see what happens a little later on down the year.
The Coach of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
So here's the thing about our Coach of the Week, right? We always give it to the winner of our game of the week, and the program gets to take home this beautiful little check for $1,500. Well, we didn't have one tonight. So does that mean I get the check? I think I get to take it home, right? Corey Silva, you want it? You might get it. I don't know. We'll figure out what we're going to do with that. But each week this year, we will hand out Jaguars Prep $1,500. Awesome stuff right there. Love that partnership. And a big thanks to our partners at Jaguars Prep for elevating high school football here in Jacksonville, being a big part of the Friday Night Blitz all season long, including those grants to help local programs. All right, back to the games we go. Defending champs Trinity Christian at Ed White. Oh, those dark clouds in the background. I hate it. Conquerors QB Colin Hurley hands it off to Trayvon Webb, another Gator commit. Juke and one defender, dragging another into the end zone. Trinity on the board, first 7-0. Then Commanders with the ball. Isaiah Teal's pass bobbled. TC's Jacob Jones grabs it midair. There he goes. Ignore all those bodies in the way because he's going to the end zone for a touchdown. 14-0 on the pick six. Trinity Christian. This time, how about Darnell Rogers in the backfield for Trinity Christian? And he just blasts that defense on the way he goes. 65-plus yards on the touchdown road will make it 21-0 Trinity Christian. Commanders ball now. Devon Patterson gets the handoff. He'll punch it in. Ed White's on the board. 2-point try is good as well. 21-8. So it was 21-0. This turned into a shootout. Trinity Christian does just enough to win 48-40, the final score over Ed White. 88 combined points. Shout out Dale Jr. Intriguing matchup tonight, UC versus UC. That's Union County making the trip from Lake Butler to meet University Christian. We get there, the Fighting Christians on the move right away. Into the end zone, Oral Gray makes it 20-0 Fighting Christians. Tigers trying to get back into it, but this ball will be knocked out of the QB's hands, and there to fall on it is Dalen Diston. Union County finally gets something to go their way. They take over on offense. Diston, a guy who plays both ways, had a big run on this drive. Then A.J. Cortez over the middle to number 14. Look at him go. Oh, cut back. Another cut back. Avoid some tacklers. Get as many extra yards as you can. Nice pickup. However, the excitement short-lived to Serial Riles. Jumping on this loose ball. University Christian gets it right back. And they go right back to Gray. So look out Ryan Gosling. This is the real Gray man. There he goes for 6. 27-0 at that point, was 33-14 at last check in the fourth. Weather delays striking at UC as well. Bobby Ramsey leading Impact Christian into the world of 11-man football. They call it Impact for a reason, by the way. Check out number 50, Robert Simmons. Impact! Laying the boom over the middle for the Lions on defense. Second quarter we go, and a big pickup for ICA. Hans Price at QB, airs it out. Andres DeVargas, Lions in business on the positive side of the field. But They would get bogged down by a ton of penalties, and then the ultimate no-no, a turnover. Bryce Foti, the interception for Harvest Community, back the other way he goes. Would have been a touchdown, but a holding brings it back to midfield. We'll get you a final on this one a little later on. Ramsey coached a guy named Derrick Henry back in the day at Yulee. You might have heard of him. When players of that caliber come through a high school, tends to be noticed, right? That's certainly the case at Upson Lee High School in Thomaston, Georgia. That's where we find Brent Martineau with the story on Jaguars top pick Travon Walker's hometown high school roots.
The Jaguars wrap up the preseason against the Falcons in Atlanta on Saturday afternoon on CBS 47. A couple of hours outside of Atlanta is the hometown of the Jaguars' #1 overall pick, Thomaston, Georgia, the home of Trayvon Walker. And we are at the high school where Trayvon Walker attended and starred for the Upson Lee Knights. The Knights playing Lamar County tonight, and a big matchup, by the way, between these two schools and a couple of high-profile players, one going to Florida, one going to Georgia. But back to Trayvon Walker, no surprise. He was a special athlete when he played his high school ball. And not just in football. We also caught up with his basketball coach, where Trayvon Walker could have played D1 basketball with no problem.
Big, strong, but yet light on his feet. Great footwork, great anticipation, great hands. And he didn't whine or complain when he didn't get the ball. He just went and rebounded. We're just happy that he came from this high school. We saw the talent, we saw the effort, everything he put in on the football field and the basketball court. And it just took off when he went to Georgia.
As we all know, the Jacksonville Jaguars will not play most of their starters on Saturday against the Falcons, which means Trayvon Walker will not play in the game. But the head coach of the football team is going to make the trip up to Atlanta to say hello to Trayvon. And we hear there's a couple of busloads of kids that also are doing the same. They now have a hero in the NFL to root for and hopefully someday follow in his footsteps. In Trayvon Walker's hometown of Thomaston, Georgia, I'm Brent Martineau, Action Sports Jacks.
More from Brent in Atlanta on the Saturday edition of Primetime. We'll break down that final preseason game, plus the start of college football. Florida State's playing, much more, but that's 24 hours from now. So let's get back to the game, shall we? How about this Southeast Georgia showdown early on in the year? Camden County and Brunswick. Tons of talent on those two sidelines. Scoreless early on. 3rd and 1. Jaden Drayton pushes the pile for 6. Pirates go ahead 7-0. It's a 4-point game in the 3rd quarter, and the Wildcats finally bust loose and find the end zone. Quan Floyd, there he goes, top of the screen, number 21, goes the distance. Camden takes a lead 10-7, but it would not last in the 4th. The answer comes from Brunswick. It is Drayton once again, and his 2nd score of the game, this one from long range. Defensive stop late gives the win to Brunswick, 16-10, your final. More to come on the Blitz, including your play of the week. Plus, we tell you how to recognize the best of the best with our player of the week voting. Let you know how you can get in on that next. And let's shout out to Ingenuity, shall we? Lots of rain all over the area. There you got a visor. There you got the hat on top of a poncho. Everyone trying to stay dry the best they could throughout the course of the evening. Love the Ingenuity.
We are the Paxton Eagles, and you're watching Friday Night Blitz.
This is Action Sports Jacks Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
I scored a touchdown in high school when I was on JV my freshman year. One of my linebackers got a sack, and I picked up a fumble and ran it for like 25 yards for a touchdown and ran off the field. And then my coach is like, Will, you can't just score and think you're not on field goal. And like I had to run all the way back out on the field. So that's probably the biggest memory.
Good stuff from Will Richardson. More Jaguars coverage coming up. Countdown to kickoff. That's 2:30 tomorrow on CBS 47, followed by the preseason finale, Falcons and Jaguars at 3 o'clock, a game you can watch on CBS 47. All right, a lot of the games tonight shortened by weather, but we still had plenty of great plays across Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia, enough to provide you with a play of the week. So let's check it out, shall we? We go back to Fleming Island and Clay in Green Cove Springs. It's Sam Singleton bouncing off one tackler, a little stiff arm on another, and then let's go airborne into the end zone. Florida State commit showing exactly why he rose on all those recruiting boards. Touchdown, Sam Singleton.
The Player of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
All right, so a little later on tonight, we're going to pick 4 options for Player of the Week. You're going to go to the Friday Night Blitz page on actionnewsjacks.com. See how it says this promotion's not active? Well, it will be later once I pick 4 guys. for your Player of the Week voting. You vote, somebody wins, and then we'll tell you who that is next week on the Friday Night Blitz. It's pretty simple, right? That's how it works. All right, hope you enjoyed this edition of the Friday Night Blitz. We're going to leave you with the Band of the Week. Right back to Green Cove Springs we go. Give it up to Clay County, the Blue Devils. Oh yeah, they can play an instrument. They can dance on the drum line. Having a good time despite the weather. What a great week it was on the Friday Night Blitz. We'll do it again next week. Hope you can join us.
Thanks for watching Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.